Welcome to the final part of the Wheel of Generations, where we're going to be playing the last 3 stages, the Silver Fight, and also the Time Eater in this video. If you don't know how this works already, I go ahead and spin the wheel every stage or every boss fight, and we go ahead and switch the character mod depending on what it lands on. And if you haven't watched the 2 previous parts of the Classic era and the Dreamcast era, be sure to check those out as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and spin the wheel for our first stage, which is going to be Crisis City. So there we go, our spin in here. I went ahead and added a few more mods onto this list just to add some different characters in here. But it looks like the first one we're going to actually get is, ooh, okay, I actually love this mod. I think I already have this mod downloaded, so I don't even got to download it. But we got Jet Set Sonic, which is going to be inspired off the Jet Set radio games. Alright, so as you can see here, we have Jet Set Sonic instead of Sonic Generations here, and this mod is created by Robcrispy, so huge thanks to him for creating Jet Set Sonic here. But a thing I actually wanted to show off just before I jump into Crisis City is actually this Knuckles model right here, which actually looks pretty dang sick. If you actually look at his chain, I think he's got a Master Emerald around that. I want that real life, bro. That is sick. I don't know who this is based off of Jet Set Radio, just because I've never truly played the game. I've only played bits and pieces of it. But this is actually a really cool kind of touch here to add Knuckles kind of a different model right here. It'd be cool to see if this Knuckles was actually playable as a mod. Alright, so here we are jumping into Crisis City here right away, and as you heard right there, we actually have Ryan Drummond. They went ahead and switched his voice lines around from Roger Craig Smith to Ryan Drummond here. So obviously Ryan Drummond did the adventure games, which makes sense as I believe that Jet Set Radio came out in the Dreamcast days. So if Sonic was to actually be in that game, it would make sense that it was actually Ryan Drummond who, voiced him at the time. But if you don't know what it is actually based off of, is it actually based off of Project M, which is kind of like a ROM hack of Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Nintendo Wii. And I believe it ended up getting pretty dang popular in the actual competitive scene, where Project M was actually played in a lot of competitive events. But Sonic's moveset was completely changed around within the game, but one of the skins that one of the team members actually ended up creating, and oh my gosh, I almost slipped off right there. One of the skins that they actually ended up creating is Jet Set Sonic right here. So obviously this is inspired off of Jet Set Radio that we see, Beat where he has the different skates, he has the, the spray paint on his side, and also the really cool goggles that he actually wears inside of this mod, which is pretty dang cool. But it's actually really cool to see Sonic kind of skate around, kind of similar to what we see as Shadow, which I believe is similar to his model when we actually fight him in the rival fight here. So I believe that's kind of what they took the actual motion off of, so it looks very similar to Shadow's, running with his, power skates. And Crisis City is actually one of the more fun stages in my personal opinion when it comes to the actual modern era. There's some really cool sections you can kind of pull off in terms of shortcuts and everything like that. There is a lot of 2D, which is kind of interesting, considering Sonic 06 was all 3D and no 2D at all, which is kind of funny. Which is very, very interesting, to see that they added so many 2D sections inside of the stage. But I guess they had to add somewhat 2D because I think every stage has 2D. But I don't know, I kind of would have enjoyed to see, just 3D for modern Sonic, but I guess maybe because they had plans to possibly add Dreamcast Sonic inside of Generations, they didn't make it completely 3D because maybe it was intended for him at one point here, so. But as we can see here, Sonic is moving with them skates, which is so freaking cool. And you can also hear that they changed some of the sound effects, and I really just got destroyed by that car. They changed some of the sound effects that you actually hear to the Jet Set Radio sound effects, which is actually pretty dang cool to actually hear there. And his goggles actually glow up super bright, which is actually pretty crazy to see right there. Wow, I didn't know that they were so bright. I never saw, like, the front of them. Oh, wow, that's actually really cool. All right, but now we're moving on to Rooftop Run. Honestly, my personal favorite when it comes to the modern style, but we're going to go ahead and go back to the wheel and spin it to see who we're going to be using in Rooftop Run. All right, with Jet Set Radio Sonic out of the way and Rooftop Run ready to be ran through, who is going to be the mod that we're going to be using? And it's going to actually be Black Wearables? Huh? Alright, so I was kind of confused there in terms of what this mod actually was when I actually wrote it down. And keep in mind, I made this wheel quite a ways back, so I don't remember everything on the wheel. But basically what it is it goes ahead and changes Sonic's gloves and shoes, similar to Sonic Colors Ultimate, where he has the different customization options, where it goes ahead and changes all of his gloves and shoes to black, which actually kind of looks pretty damn cool in my personal opinion. I didn't think that this mod would be that cool, but it actually kind of looks kind of nice. Alright, but here we go through Rooftop Run here with the Black Wearables here, which honestly, I don't know. It's kind of growing on me. I did think, because it's obviously not like that big of a mod, and we're still kind of using, modern Sonic in a way. It's just simply just the color swap here, but I don't know, it still looks pretty dang cool in my personal opinion. I Kind of forgot about Sonic Colors Ultimate completely with the different customization stuff, so I think that's maybe why it completely slipped my brain. I just think with Sonic Colors Ultimate, it's just a thing, like, it's kind of forgettable. I don't know. Like, I honestly feel like I'd rather play the original Sonic Colors, but I don't know. I'm also somebody that doesn't necessarily really enjoy Sonic Colors all that much, in my personal opinion. I don't know. I've said this in past videos that I'm not like the biggest fan of Sonic Colors, so I don't know. I bought, I think, Sonic Colors Ultimate for my PlayStation 4 when it came out because that was before I had a like good PC and I didn't know if it would run very well. But I remember I played through it once, unlocked all the skins, and unlocked Super Sonic, and then I'm pretty sure I played Super Sonic one time and never touched it again, to be honest with you, because I don't know. I think some of the stages are just kind of forgettable and not really replayable in my personal opinion, but I know some people really love the Colors game and also, you know, just running through some of the stages, and they do have some really good stages. It's just, I just don't like some of them in my opinion, opposed to like Generations or Unleashed or now Frontiers, or, you know, now that we have Project 06, you know, with the Silver story and everything like that. I just would much rather, you know, use my time to play Sonic games playing those games because I personally, you know, like those games a lot better. And also, you know, like learning how to speedrun those stages and everything like that, you know, it's actually been really fun. And that's a big thing I've trying to kind of learn with Project 06 is I've been kind of learning some of the speedrun strats for the Silver release, even though it isn't very early, you know, speedrun. Just because, you know, the mod's only been out, I believe, a week and a half by now when this is being recorded. So, you know, I've been practicing that, you know, a little bit in terms of, you know, trying to run through the stage and everything like that. But we are coming up on the end of Rooftop Run right here, and there is the goal ring. We kind of get a better look at Sonic's, you know, black customizable stuff right here. And why did we not get a customization option like this in Frontiers? Like, why did Sonic Colors do something right that Frontiers didn't? I don't know. I would have loved to see, you know, different styles for Sonic inside of Frontiers with different, you know, outfits similar to Breath of the Wild or Odyssey. I don't know. Hopefully we get something like that in the future, or possibly part of the, you know, DLC. Alright, so for our last stage, the last character that we're going to end up getting here is actually going to end up being, as it slows down here... Okay, I'm okay with this. We got Espio. Heck yes. I actually love me some Espios. We need him in some more games, but we got Espio for Planet Wisp. Alright, so here we got Espio in front of Planet Wisp right here, and he actually looks super well done. I believe this is created by Datsquishyfello, so huge shout out to him for creating this amazing mod right here. And he's even got his own idle position right here. This looks super well done. I'm actually so impressed by this. Alright, so here we are going through Planet Wisp with Espio himself right here, and I am actually a really big fan of Espio inside of the games. I really wish we got him inside of more stuff. I think the only games that he's playable in is Knuckles Chaotix, which I actually never played. Kind of a fun fact about me. And I believe Sonic Heroes is the only two games he's ever been playable in. I don't know if he's even playable in any spin-offs. I don't think he's in Mario Sonic. He's not in Sonic Riders. Unless... maybe Free Riders? I guess, I don't know. I guess... I actually played Free Riders. I actually had a Kinect as a kid and played Free Riders. I just remember the controls were so bad that I got so frustrated and just ended up playing Zero Gravity or just regular, you know, normal Sonic Riders, which is kind of funny. So, but... I'd really love to see Espio come back. I think he has some really cool abilities, and just overall the Chaotix in general are actually so cool, you know? It's really... oh, no, please don't fall. Okay, I saved myself. It's really cool to see, you know, in Heroes when they do kind of like the detective stuff there. It'd be cool to see if we got like a Sonic Heroes 2 if they did, you know, some more stages similar to that, you know, with the Chaotix. But I've always loved that he's kind of like a ninja, where he has like the invisible abilities and he throws like kunais and shurikens and stuff like that. I don't know, something about that, and maybe it's just because I like Naruto a lot. I actually ended up, you know, really liking Espio because he's kind of like a Naruto character inside of Sonic. Just because he's got some cool abilities. It actually kind of be cool to see him do some like jutsus kind of similar to Naruto. You'd have him give him a Rasengan real quick, some Sharingans. No, that'd be kind of a little too crazy, but it would be cool to see him do some, you know, cool ninja moves in, you know, future games if they ever made him playable again. But Planet Wisp is by far probably my least favorite stage when it comes to Generations, just because it is a super long stage and it is a lot of 2D. As you guys know, I don't like 2D inside of my 3D games. Oh my god, I just got cut up by these saws. What is Eggman on? Jeez, why is there so many saws? What is this obsession with cutting people? Jeez. It's like a horror movie or something like that. Good lord. But also stuff like that, you know, like there's just not many 3D sections except for the beginning and kind of this area right here. And I don't know, some of the platforming is just kind of a little bit weird for my taste when it comes to this, so... And I'm not a big fan of the wisps in a way, just because I think the rocket wisp is a little bit odd in the way that it controls in this game. So I think they could have done Planet Wisp a lot better than it actually is done inside of Generations. But I will say Rooftop Run and Crisis City I do really enjoy inside of this game. It's just Planet Wisp that I am not a big fan of. And that'd actually be something I'd consider, you know, doing. I know we did a discussion video with Mephiles. If you haven't checked that out, I did a discussion explaining why I think Mephiles is the best Sonic villain that we've ever had. It'd be cool to kind of do some discussions, you know, on like the best stages inside of like Generations or the adventure games or any other like 3D Sonic game or possibly 2D Sonic games. It'd be kind of fun to, you know, do a discussion similar to that. And hopefully I don't die. Oh my goodness, these freaking saws. Why do I not remember this section like at all right now? I don't think this is the section I normally take, but it's kind of fun to, you know, take a different section for once. But it's really cool in this mod that they're able to, you know, use Espio's voice lines. He has his own, like, running animation where he kind of holds his hand behind his back. He's got a purple boost aura, purple ball animation. Dr. Necker just overall did an amazing job on this mod, you know, and I know he's been around for a really long time in terms of Sonic modding, which is like super cool to see, you know, his like mods are still, you know, very well done even to this day. But it's cool to see, you know, how his mods, you know, hold up. They still are super well done, and you know, honestly, if someone released this today, I'd be like, oh, you know, that is like super high quality caliber. And this guy is making these mods in like the early like 2010s and stuff like that. That's crazy, bro. Just to think, you know, how talented some modders are, you know, were in the early days of modding Sonic Generations. I think we're actually really close to the goal right here, just because I remember you rock it up like 10 freaking times and then you get to the goal ring, right? It's right up here. Come on, break through, let's go. Alright, so we are coming up on the goal with Espio right here. If I just know how to platform correctly, you know, I claim to be a Sonic YouTuber, but, you know, don't always play the best with Sonic, which is kind of funny. There we go. We finished that in about 5 minutes and 46 seconds. You know, not a great time, but there we go. We got a little closer up of Espio right there and just how good he looks right there. Something about that animation makes his tail look a little bit weird, but he does look really well done, and I'm super impressed, but, you know, by this mod here. So now we're moving on to the rival fight against Silver. So the cool thing about this wheel spin right here is this could actually alter who we actually fight. So as we know, it is typically Silver who we fight, and it probably will end up being Silver. But if I get a mod, as we can see here on the list, if I get someone like Silver on here, it could completely change who we're actually fighting. So we're going to go ahead and spin it to see if that actually does change it up. But we shall see here. So we're going to actually end up getting... Is that Rush Sonic? Ooh, okay. I love me some Rush Sonic. Okay. So we're going to be using Rush Sonic against Silver against the rival fight. Okay. This is so cool looking. This is actually so well. And it looks like he completely ripped him out of the DS game and just put him in this. And I love his idle animation where he's bouncing around like that. That's exactly how he is in Rush. That's so freaking cool. Alright, and oh, Sonic is broken. Okay, Sonic is broken. He's not there. Alright, well, I guess Silver is just flying around. We're playing Silver Simulator right now. Just experiencing everyday life of, you know, Silver, you know. No, okay, there we go. Now we got Sonic, you know, with his Rush form right here. So with this, I believe this is created by Taku, so huge shout out to him, as I know we featured a lot of his mods inside of these actual wheels in the previous videos. So super big shout out to him, as he is obviously a very talented modder, as we've seen in some of these actual mods that we've played. I went ahead and changed this into a hard mode. I don't remember actually what makes hard mode different. I believe that typically the only thing hard mode really makes different is actually going to end up being, you know, we just have to hit Silver more, and I think that's really about it, is he just has, you know, more hits that he can take. But that's really about it. So, but with the Rush Sonic here, I believe that only thing that's truly different is his model, his run animation. His ball is actually different, but his boost is exactly the same in terms of that. It would have been really cool to see if he actually used the boost, like, aura that is from Rush, but I know it would have looked a little bit weird just because it is, you know, a little bit weird looking on the actual DS games. But here we are getting another hit against Silver here, and I feel like we should be getting close to the end. I know this fight is actually pretty dang fast if you know what you're doing. just because you can catch Silver off guard in certain moments with certain areas. And yeah, we're actually already towards the end, so what makes this hard, I kind of wonder. So I don't know. For some reason, I just do not remember what makes him hard. I know with Metal Sonic, it's you have to hit him more, and then I believe it's... oh, I messed that up. Hold on. With Metal Sonic, you have to hit him more, and then Shadow, you have to get like an extra boost aura thing with him. I gotta catch up to here now that I don't have any boost. Come on, Sonic. You're faster than this. Come on, get him! Get Silver, my boy. Come on. Oh my goodness. I don't have any boost. This is cancer. I'm dead. No. Please don't kill me with the Psycho Wave. Oh, this Psycho Blade actually got me. Okay. We gotta catch up here. This is actually the longest I think I've ever ran against the stupid ball thing. I have been running for so long, I'm surprised I'm not dead by now. And honestly, you can't speed this thing up, Silver. Like, come on, man. You're stronger than this. We have high hopes for you. Come on. Alright, I should be getting close to him here. Can I kill him now? Alright, perfect. Jeez. Alright, you get crushed by your freaking meteor hurt, and you can lie in that rubble and take a nap for me, so... I don't know. For some reason, I just ran out of boost, and... just kind of took that really slow, but not a terrible time in terms of how long that actually took us. So 2 minutes and 29 seconds, still got the S rank, and as you can see the Rush model a little bit better right there, which just simply looks like he took the Rush model out of the DS game and just threw it into Generation, which is actually pretty insane to see. So now we are actually moving on to the Time Eater, and this is going to be interesting. Alright, I know I just said Time Eater, but I completely meant Egg Dragoon. I completely forgot about him for a second there, but who are we going to be using against the Egg Dragoon to fight off Eggman here in the final boss fight? And then we have the final boss fight after this with the actual Time Eater, but we actually got Sticks. Okay, I don't think I've ever used this mod. I actually like Sticks and Sonic Boom, so, and hope to see your return, but we're going to be using Sticks against the Egg Dragoon. Alright, so here we are in Egg Dragoon with Sticks, which she actually looks really well done, even though she does not blink at all, but actually super well done mod. I love her details with her necklaces and everything like that. I believe she has her own voice lines. She has I think a purple boost I was seeing. I could be wrong on that. I think she has a different boost aura. But super well done, and I'd really love to see Sticks return in a different, Sonic game. I know she was mentioned at the end of Frontiers. I don't know if that's a spoiler really or not, but she is mentioned at the end of Frontiers, which is really cool to see, and she has an orange boost aura. That makes, a lot more sense than purple, like I was saying. But here we go against the Egg Dragoon, and I actually kind of have to remember how to fight this freaking idiot, because I honestly kind of don't remember. And okay, yeah, now I'm kind of remember. We got to jump on this. Jump here, and I think we can hit him from here or something like that. Is that what it is? Yeah, then we can just smack him in the face right there. All right. But this mod is created by Eminem, and I'm not talking about the rapper Marshall Mathers or the Eminem candy. It is actually a modder that is named Eminem, which is actually kind of funny. And he spells it like the candy, which is kind of funny, so... but he actually did a really well job creating this. I love her voice lines that he ended up using, which I think he took from the Sonic Boom cartoon. And I actually really like the Sonic Boom cartoon. I think I've seen most, if not all, of the episodes inside of it. I actually really enjoyed kind of, some of the humor that they have in it. I actually really like Styx as a character, because she's always kind of like paranoid and everything like that. She actually ends up being pretty dang funny in the actual show, so I'd really love to see her return in the game. And I think her design is actually really cool looking, She is a badger, I believe. I think she's a badger, but I really love the way her hair is on the sides and stuff like that. But I remember when I first played Egg Dragoon, and once we get it, I'll kind of mention it. But when you get to the end and you have to do the skydiving section, I remember I died so many freaking times when I first played this game because I didn't know what to do. And I'd always get hit by his needles that he throws, or his weird saw thing. Again, what is Eggman's obsession with saws? I don't know. Maybe he's getting some inspiration from the 18-wheeler, where he's got them big old saws chasing after Sonic. I don't know. He's got some crazy obsession with freaking saws in this game. And from what I remember, Egg Dragoon is unleashed. So where are we? Are we in Eggman Land? Is that what this is supposed to be based off of? I guess I've never really thought about that. Ooh, we got a nice little hit off of him right there because he's sticking his head out. I believe it is Eggman Land that we're kind of seeing in the back here. But this is the section I'm freaking talking about, man. For some reason, I would just hold X and I wouldn't, move at all, and I kind of wonder why I'm getting hit by those freaking, piercing needles right there. But if you, don't move, he will absolutely destroy you, and you just will not win at all. But there we go, we got a nice little hit on him right there, and that wasn't it, I guess. I thought it was it once you hit him in this section, but maybe I'm just remembering this wrong. Looks like we're getting teleported back, bringing us way, way back now. Sound like logic out here. But for the time meter fight, I guess I'll explain it right now. I think I'm gonna basically spin the wheel until I get a cool looking super form that's on the wheel. Just because, you know, I want it to be actually where it's a drastic change in terms of their actual super form for at least a modern Sonic, that is. Just so, you know, we have something that's actually, you know, decent looking, you know, instead of having just, like, for instance, I think, like, Jet the Hawk, for instance, doesn't have a super form. So if, once he transforms against the Time Eater, it'll end up just being, you know, modern Super Sonic and Classic Sonic. So I want to do it, you know, where if I spin the wheel and I get a character that doesn't have an actual super form, I will go ahead and skip them and go ahead and, you know, play as somebody else so we actually have a cool super form. And hey, we actually had a really cool close-up of Styx right there. I'm telling you, she actually looks super nice. I love how well they did with her clothes and everything like that. Super nice detail with everything right there. And we did that 3 minutes and 36 seconds. I couldn't tell you if that's a good time because I don't ever play this boss fight. But there you go. We are moving on to the Time Eater. So let's go ahead and spin our wheel for one last time. Alright, so I'm going to spin the wheel here for our Time Eater fight here. And like I was saying before, I am going to skip any mod that is not having a super form here. So I'm going to go ahead and get here Legacy Sonic, which I don't believe has a super form. So I'm going to go ahead and skip that. So I'm going to go ahead and just hide it for now. But I'm going to re-roll it here and see, you know, what we can get in terms of a super form here. We got, is that SA2? This might actually have a super form. I'm going to check on that really quick. Alright, so here we are in front of the final battle of the series here to end off the Wheel of Generations. We have SA2 Sonic, which I actually didn't know if you change to Classic Sonic. You have Classic SA2 Sonic, where he's wearing the soap shoes and kind of looks similar to him there. So these do have super forms, so I'm super excited to see what these both look like. I hope they look very similar to SA2. But without further ado, let's jump into the final battle, which is Time Eater. Alright, so here we are in the final battle against Time Eater, or many people might believe it's just Mephiles. Some people theorize that this is actually Mephiles, which is actually kind of funny. And hey, there we go, they're both in our super forms. That looks sick, bro. They both have that Dreamcast SA2 looking super forms. I love this. Oh my goodness, this looks so freaking well. And I think this is actually the first time that I've played this boss fight in a long time with, like, the upgraded, you know, like, I have a Direct 11 mod, which basically makes the game look, like, 10 times better. And this actually looks super pretty. I'm actually really impressed with the way that this looks here. But I believe this mod is also created by Daku again, which is similar to the SBO mod that we actually used here. Another thing that I actually have to be careful of here is I can't see my rings, so if I'm about to run out of rings, I will have zero idea. But nice thing with Classic Sonic is he actually has a big wall of rings in certain areas, so you can pick those up really easily and, you know, collect those. And oh my god, I did not realize how annoying Sonic's friends are. And ow, it just smacked me up. Don't do that. The Sonic's friends are actually highly freaking annoying in this. I didn't know that, which is actually kind of funny. Alright, and here we go, hitting another hit on him right here. I don't remember how many times we have to hit him. I think it's like 4 or 5 times, if I remember correctly. But there isn't many times that we actually have to hit the Time Eater. Ooh, that's good. We got a bunch of rings right there. Now, well, what? What are you gonna do, boy? And oh, I actually forgot you can do this. Hold on. I forgot that you can fling Classic Sonic at him. I completely forgot about that. Alright. That's kind of cool to see. I don't know. I guess it's just been really long since I fought Time Eater. I don't really like Time Eater as a boss fight. I feel like it's kind of underwhelming, but it's kind of cool to see what he actually can do. And whoa! I forgot that modern Sonic actually just boosted in front of him. That's sick. And oh, now you just chaos controlled me or whatever the heck you're doing right now. All right. He's a fire in his lasers. No! Get out of the laser, Sonic. Oh my goodness. He was stuck in that for so long. No. It's actually cool because, like, it looks like Classic Sonic knocks a lot of, like, the debris out of the way so you don't run into it here. But the big thing that I kind of have an issue with in this boss fight is it honestly takes so freaking long to get the Time Eater here, and then he slows you down right here. Like, it takes so long to get to him. That's crazy. Come on, I'm right there. Come on, hit him, hit him, hit him. I think I got him. Hey, let's go. Take that, Eggman. Is this the final phase right here? Hold on. Is he gonna throw the sun at us? Wait. Yeah, this is it. This is it, boys. The end of the series right here. The Wheel of Generations ended off with SA2 Sonic, and we're going to blast through the core. Let's go. All right, so there you have it. We finished off the series with those two right there in a super finale right there. Quite literally super. And there we go. We finished off Time Eater with the cool looking SA2 Supersonics. They look so cool, man. I love the adventure quills to the side. They made it look exactly like SA2 with the way that he looks. Oh, I love it, man. That was so much fun. Huge shout out to every mod creator that I ever used within this series. And let me know if you guys want to see another series, whether it be with Classic Sonic, or if it's, within Frontiers or another game. I love doing this, and this is such a fun, series to record. And also just seeing how many different mods are actually available for Generations. So please let me know if you guys want to see, more different wheel videos. But with all that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to hit the like button if you guys want to see the wheel return in a different Sonic game, or possibly return again in Generations in a future date. And also be sure to subscribe and, ring that bell to be notified of when I do upload. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.